Good morning. Good morning, people. Will they have a verdict today on the Karen Reed murder? I don't know. So we just have to wait and see. I'm not going to be on here too long today because I got things I got to do. So I'm going to share you this video. He seemed to be a pretty smart guy. That his YouTube channel is the GLARER, and, oh, you're welcome. I know it's Friday morning, it's too early for people stuff, so I'm gonna share if StreamYard, YouTube, the internet go screw up today. This guy seemed to be
A little bit, but not
so
really.
I hope
Like
you
Biden,
enjoyed it.
you know,
Happy Friday, June the
like
28th.
I can't remember the words exactly, but
So,
Trump said doing as disgusting and stupid or something like that, and then Biden was like, "You're disgusting and stupid," and I'm sitting there going, "What?" I don't think those were the words used. I just remember watching.
so it's he's out of his mind. Biden
Getting
was.
being like, what in the fuck just happened? What is going on? And then
You
and then the next, thank you, Cherry, I appreciate it. And then when they asked, they said Biden is going to be 86 by the end of his term if he's reelected, and then Trump would be 82 if he's elected. Uh, uh, and and they asked, like, how do you, how do you tell the American people, how do you ensure them that you're in good health or whatever? I don't remember how they asked the question, but uh, I don't even know what Biden said. And then Trump starts saying, I took these tests, I took all these tests. And I'm sitting there going, Jesus fucking Christ, what is happening? And then if that weren't enough, it takes an even harder left turn. And he starts, I'm going, what the fuck? And then sure enough, I'm thinking the president of the United States standing there next to him is going to take the higher road. No, Biden's got to top his golf game. And I'm like, what in the fuck is going on right now?
people laughed at that.
Like all I'm picturing is other countries like looking at this and just going, you know, like maybe I shouldn't care about that. Maybe I shouldn't, but I don't know. It bugs me. Like this is not the country. I sound like an old fart. I know it. This is not the country I lived in. That I spent my childhood in at all. Like not at all. And of course there were some things that progressed. Sure, great, yeah. I'm with that. I'm not trying to say, I'll take the old days any day. Probably would, but I'm saying like, you know, um, it's a bummer, dude. Will, to pass the time later, can you please play the pizza protest video Turtle Boy made in front of the last year? It's a good laugh. Yeah, I have gone over that before, but we can do that. Yeah. All right. Thank you. From back in the day. Just to pass the time because they're funny. They're really good. So yeah, I mean, dude, listen, if you took back to when Reagan was president, and pick a year out of those 8 years when Reagan was president, just pick a year, and you showed them that debate and say, these are the two people, one of these guys is president. And this is the debate for the next presidency, 2024. Like, dude, they'd shit. Think about it. Any fucking adult, Democrat or Republican, if you showed them footage of that debate, took a time machine, got in your DeLorean, fired up your flux capacitor, got in your DeLorean and fucking hit 88 miles per hour, and you end up right there in the guy got to meet himself, and then you would be able to handle it, dude. They'd go, what? They would react like Keanu in the Matrix. It's like, no, I don't believe it. You know what I mean? Like, no, get this thing off. They would freak out. They wouldn't be able to handle it. They would fucking lose it. Love the show, buddy. Remind folks the process is the punishment for those unjustly accused.
I'll show you his YouTube channel.
Family went through the same emotional scars and financial burdens can last a lifetime. Yeah, man. Aaron and Alan Jackson last night, is that real? Probably not. Probably not. But I don't know. I haven't seen it, so I can't say. Rocky, by the way, I have a clubber too. This is actually John Rambo. This
you need to go.
But thank you. That's Rocky up there. But this is John Rambo. This is
Justice for John O'Keefe. Hashtag
arguably
Justice for John O'Keefe. Hashtag free Karen Reed.
So what time is it? 9:21. Hold on. And now I got to check. Okay. And I've got a link for the Turtle Boy thing.
Of if to have a war, it's a question of when to have a war, and that has to do with the fact whether or not they have the finances, the capabilities to make this happen, and the flee out of Iran. The targets that the Israelis have been targeting, that have been Iranian leaders in Lebanon, in Syria, have been threats to Israel. A full-scale war, and the Israelis know what this looks like based on historical experience, could look like a Lebanon of 82, could look like a Lebanon of 2006, though I think we're going in a much more escalated volume.
Dude, I need you to shut the fuck up for a second. Okay, hold on. I think we can. I think we got a super chat. I think we got a super chat. Salvatore, hey buddy, like you, I'm an uneducated idiot. I love to hang out with you. Seem like a cool dude. Dude, I'm the fucking tits, my friend. Okay. But I'm sure you are too. So thank you for being here. It means a lot. It really does.
Parents, you need to be there.
All right.
And
you guys want to listen to what this guy's talking about?
Albeit and a kind of a weak state, but you're also talking about engaging between Lebanon and Syria, which is going to also involve a whole other set of problems for the Israelis when they're dealing with issues of warfare in areas that represent a state actor.
The U.S. has now joined in on the countries who are urging their citizens to leave Lebanon ahead of a possible war. There are many countries that are doing the same, and they're also warning against travel to Lebanon, time where these countries, including the U.S., would actually go into Lebanon to physically remove their citizens prior to a war.
Well, yeah,
It's hard
bro.
to see. I mean, what we have.
Dude, I can answer that. Like, there's only one dude you do send, bro.
And his name is John C.
Oh my goodness. Maniacal Myths, thank you so much. Just to say thank you. It's much better waiting while watching you get told off by Cherry. You feel better, gorgeous girl. With lovely people in chat. I was going to go to my mom's to watch it, but I'm here for the no idea what word that you're referring to in the slightest bit.
Boy, cunt.
No, I just.
You're a little cunt.
I have no idea.
You're a magnificent cunt.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
Adversaries are watching and they're testing the waters, and that's really a major concern that everybody is watching in the region at large, and the Israelis are going to come to a conclusion that they may have no choice but.
Oh my god, dude. Like John Cameron, chances of jury tampering. I mean, sure, but I'm not going there. There's no evidence of that. There's nothing to indicate that yet. So I'm not
gotta
like, don't do that to your
people when you fill out those
like, stay
questions to
positive,
be picked.
you know?
Jury,
I'm still in
You got-
phase of
talk about your job.
they're just going over the
Somebody
evidence.
close to the
Think about how much time
jury.
it takes to discuss.
Socks.
The evidence. You know what I mean? Like, it's probably going to take a cover. Come on, buddy. Thank you, buddy. It's probably going to,
Socks.
you know,
Good
it's going to take a
boy.
while. They probably
You
have
know
gone
you're
over
not
all the
supposed
evidence.
to be up in that window, where you can't go night night. How could you think the other
I
kid
mean,
can't get up there?
And when I say evidence, of course, I use that term loosely.
They don't go night.
Like, there is no actual evidence in this case, but the stuff that's been submitted as evidence, they still have to go over and basically decide whether or not it's actually evidence. And that's going to take some time because there's a lot of just bullshit for this jury to sift through. They had to sit through the bullshit. Now they have to sift through it. It sucks. Tracy, thank you so much. The C word. We love the C-U-N-T word.
People, I don't know
I mean,
how
yeah. And I heard some
now.
fucking expert. There's always an expert, and like, it's really funny.
I don't know
It's safe to
how
say this shit.
out.
You know what I mean? Like,
You
it's safe to
all
say
have
this
been
shit
watching it
at
day one.
this point to the Karen Reed
way up.
aspect of this
Closing arguments.
case,
Refused
guys, make
on
no
their closing arguments. They said that she wasn't driving. And the data that the FBI gave to the
I don't think that
prosecutor and defense. That's
I'm sorry.
reasonable
I
doubt.
got distracted by chat. Plevin is saying
The dash cam from the John O'Keefe was in the house. Reasonable
yeah,
doubt
totally.
on camera. He should have pushed more reasonable in court to watch jury trials. If there was reasonable doubt, they covered. She was never charged with drunk driving. That should never have been brought into the. You know,
Oh, we got to hear this. Hold
opinion,
on.
but
No money for it during my administration.
YouTube
This
channels.
place, the whole world is
they talk
blowing up
about
under him.
reasonable doubt.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Never heard so much
There was this lady last
Bro,
night.
you
that
see what I
was
mean?
on
Let's take the last point first.
Expert. You need to go to his
Iran
channel
attacked American troops,
and
kill
watch
and caused brain damage
that
for a number of
lawyer
his troops, and he did nothing about it.
and the
When he was president,
expert
there they
and all that.
He
And
said they
he
just had
covered
headaches. That's all it is.
everything on the
He didn't do a
reasonable
thing
doubt.
when the attack took
That-
place.
that,
Americans
you know,
and others out of
I got my
Afghanistan
reasonable
during the
doubts,
airlift.
people.
Number 3, we found ourselves in a state where if you
But
take
I
a look
also believe that the FBI been involved in it. They had, I guess,
and you went in and listen to what he
warrants
said
or
when he went
search
in.
Dude, how am I
warrants for
supposed to
everybody's
take either of
phones.
these
That's
fuckers
on
serious
the
right now?
The
phone.
old Soviet Union.
The
That's what he wanted to
prosecutor
establish.
and the
Kiev.
defense had.
And he, in fact, didn't
They
do
should
it
have
at all.
called
He
in
didn't.
more
And there's
witnesses.
thousands and thousands of
Defense
troops.
should on that
500,000
fight
troops.
on
All right,
where
so
the
again, we're
dog
playing just
bite
some of the comments that
grass.
were made last night during that 90-minute debate.
You know,
The first one
They
between
didn't
Trump
call
and
in a
Biden. At
witness
this
for
point, the next
that.
one is set.
People, I don't know what's going on with StreamYard. Reasonable doubt is a lot. Let's present this again. You know,
draining your battery to zero.
I don't watch the news other than
but when you go on
Follow?
this,
but I don't watch the
Of course,
news, and
pass you
why do
out
I
a
feel
pad
like
of
there's a
paper
whole lot of
or
propaganda
take
going on
notes and leave it there,
here? I don't know what it is.
stuff
It just
like
feels
that.
like it.
Take your notes.
If you are
Ask
relying on Amazon
questions
reviews to help you decide on a
in
purchase,
your
heads
notes
up. According to
about
FakeSpot,
certain
looking to have
things.
bogus or biased feedback.
know,
Watches, Christmas decor, watch
That's what
bands,
makes a
sweaters,
good
and
jury
pullovers.
person.
But the top spot for fake reviews, slippers. FakeSpot says 71%
Some
of
of you
Amazon have fake
don't
reviews,
like
with
Karen
thousands of
Reed.
products and barely any.
The bad reviews on Amazon are actually fake. Amazon's good. Buy from Amazon.
Welcome back here on Live Now from Fox 932 on the East Coast and 632 on the West Coast.
But she,
You're looking at a live look outside
that
the
Jackson to
Supreme
me
Court
is
building
not
here
a
in
very
DC.
good
You can see
lawyer in mine,
protesters
because
are out
there's
there in full
things,
force right now.
there's some
In less than
witness
30
they
minutes, the
didn't
court
call.
is expected to release more opinions. Those are set to start
Choose
coming out at 10 a.m.
from the
Eastern
court
time, and they're usually,
that
in
it
theory, released in
was
increments of
dog
about 5 to
bites.
10 minutes, but it always depends because the court
What
does
happened to
not
that
reveal how
dog?
many opinions
They
will be
put the
released.
dog to death,
61
people.
cases during the term, 9 of those at this point do remain unresolved. I do want to talk more about what to expect, what's happened already, and what still needs to happen. Let's
Listen
bring
to
in
the
Dr. Karen
testimony.
Hull, professor of political science at Virginia Tech.
Did
Thank you
the
so much for taking
prosecutor
this. All right, so
beyond
first
a
off, we know
reasonable
that the Trump
doubt?
immunity case is one of 9 that
I
is left
say
to
no.
decide. There's an opinion day
Defense
today,
done
and
a
then there's
pretty
one
good
on
job, but there's
Monday. Do we
questions
expect that we are going to
that
get
I
that ruling
need
at some
answered,
point
as
today,
you
maybe
do.
Monday? Do we have any idea?
We
Prosecutor
don't have any
jumped
idea,
the
and that, of course,
gun
is up to the
because of
court
the
as in terms of the
corruption
order in which they
of
release
the
the
police
decisions. Now,
department
some of that
and the
has to
state
do with
police.
perhaps some internal levels of reaching agreement on the court, but it's also the case that one imagines that they did not release this
As
case
you
before the
heard
presidential
throughout
debates,
the
and one wonders
trial
as well
and
whether they'll
watching it,
wait till the weekend to release the other
you hear mute
January 6th
on
decisions.
mute. That's the
And the
FBI.
case itself involving Trump's
You
immunity,
said
what would be the
people
overall
saying, how come
impact
those
of that
people
opinion?
before the trial?
Well, it really is a question that has to
Is
do
what
with the
I
extent
know
to
how
which
police
any
officer
sitting
works,
president has absolute
federal agent
immunity
works,
from criminal
by
cases,
letting
not
them
civil
get
cases, but
on the
criminal cases
stand and
that have to
committed
do with
perjury.
that
That's
president's
more
actions while
charges.
acting as president. What that would mean then, it raises a whole range of
I
separation
feel like
of
it's
powers
the wrong
issues that the
label.
court has never really
Is that
addressed.
part
And
of
that
the
is, to
mafia?
what extent does a
Or
president
Could
in
be.
this
I
quote
don't know.
unique
I don't
position, as
live
the court
there.
has described in the
I
past,
mean,
have the ability to do whatever the president wants
What
while
they
the
did
president
to
is in office.
Turtle Boy
That's
Sunday,
really the
that
case
was
before the court.
wrong.
hey, lady.
Found
stop
out,
it.
I thought somebody else owned it.
Wrong
Found out
Fox channel.
one of the
Thank
people
you.
involved in the cop
Listen,
killer
Cherry's
owns
not
it.
feeling well. Hold on. Let me
And
see if
I
I
heard
can just
people
search
say
it.
that
Okay.
pizza stinks.
Fox 25 Boston. Oh,
No,
Jesus Christ.
I believe it.
Hold on
I
a
don't
second.
eat pizza because it's bread. When my son gets a pizza, I eat one slice of pizza because
No.
I try to
Okay.
keep
Hold
my
on. Now I
weight
get it.
down. What woke me up this morning, left rotary cup was hurting. And you know how that
Live
feels.
and
It hurts
live
like
now. Is this
you
it?
know what. And I'm going to try some VIDIQ
I mean, this looks live right now, folks.
something
Hold on. No. Stop it.
to get them to help me out. I don't know. Is that waste of money since I'm on a fixed income?
It's not about
Is
blue
it
cheese and
in
ranch,
my
bro.
budget?
Then you got people like me who want their healthy
This is what's
options.
live right now.
Yep, so Hawaiian
Waiting.
pineapple chicken butt.
See,
A ton of
maybe I
that we
don't
rotate
about the
menus on.
live
Our bulldog
stream
burger is definitely our most popular burger. All of our burgers
or
are
I did.
the description of it.
Maybe
Maybe I don't
bacon,
put
lettuce,
the
Terry
right
insists it's the right
words
link.
and then our
in.
waffle fries. We actually have phenomenal hand cut
You
Parmesan
know,
truffle fries
people,
too. but
I'm
it's just travel
70
well, so
years
it's very well
old,
worth it.
70 plus
Sure,
years
not.
old.
And then we have our
My
chicken bacon lettuce pizza, which is
IQ
a huge fan
around
favorite. And we
62
all brought
in
on
that
fever sliders.
area.
We do a lot of sliders, but people love
Ah,
the
lady's still
sliders.
talking, man.
And I got all the kitty
So we
cats
have
fed,
sangria flights.
fed
Everyone
my
loves our
outside
flights.
cat,
And so we have the sangria.
June
plates,
wasn't
we have,
out
sangria
there this
here.
morning.
We have a ton of, we have frozen cocktails
You
on
know,
our deck
all
bar,
the
which is
cats
tiki.
wasn't out there. Mama Blackie was out there. Midnight was there. Some of the yellow ones was there. They know around 9 o'clock it's breakfast time.
It's still this
like
lady, bro.
Facebook and YouTube can curate or remove from their
So,
platforms. A lot of people are looking at that as well as a free speech issue. There also is the issue as to whether
I
localities
might
can
go
in fact
live streaming
homeless people
in
to
my
leave public
vehicle
spaces, and that has to
on the
do with
way to
whether unhoused
Charlestown.
people are free to camp in public
Dude,
spaces.
like,
That's something that folks
You
around
know,
DC may be
go
quite
to the
interested in.
dude,
post
like I know
office,
people who watch this shit all day. I just don't know how they
go
do
to
it.
the JC store
Um,
there in Charlestown, probably back
But
home,
yeah, there's no.
unless my son wants to head to
I mean, yeah,
Seldenburg
maybe it's just not at
and
the.
get
Maybe
get
it's
his
not at
lunch,
9:30. Maybe they got Turtle Boy
which is
waiting.
Arby's. He like to
You know
get
what I
that.
mean?
What is it? Quarter pound of roast beef.
Actually being released yesterday.
He
We know
don't
that 2
eat
years
bread.
ago, we did have the Dobbs decision that was
He
leaked as
saves the
well.
bread
Several weeks
until he
before it being
gets home.
released.
He
Question,
throws it out
see
there
these
You
for
might as
two
well try to
matter
learn
a
something.
lot because these are the two cases that kind of stand out.
Hey, man.
But
Y'all,
people,
Cherry.
I want to
Extraordinarily
stress out
rare,
to
and
you
what's not
who
fully
got
clear
Samsung's
is whether
cell phone.
the most recent case is
I
live
don't know
with
if
the
the
leak of the
TV
Dobbs
does it,
decision.
but
It could well be
Samsung's
God,
that what
lady.
happens in
phones
all kinds
all
of
over the
organizational
world
settings, that
got a problem.
an opinion went out and was posted before it was supposed to be by internal.
And they know about the
All right, my last
problem.
question for you
It's
here before I
happening
let you go.
all over
Why
the
are these
world.
three
You see a white line on your screen,
the American people?
Oh my
or a
God, I don't
green
care.
line, or a colored line.
Jerry
Every
says y'all
time
are
you
pissing her
update
off,
your
man.
phone or
Like
something,
she's,
you get this
he's
problem.
like sure that
I
this
don't
is
know
the
if
link.
it's
Okay.
software
Have
problem
some patience with her, man, because
or
she's not
what.
feeling well today, man. She's out here
Samsung
working
won't
hard.
fix it. They want you to take it to a place and have them fix it. You have to pay $200. That means
Like,
you
you
be
think it's
out
easy
with a
rustling
phone,
y'all's
without a
comments up?
phone.
Seriously, man.
Before you send it in, people, write down
So
everything
you guys are
on your
saying it's on
phone,
Fox 25. I'm
phone
telling you, I
thing,
went to both the YouTube channel and the
you send information.
I went to the
write
YouTube
all
channel
that down.
and the actual site. And I went to
And
Lucel's live. A
he had
lady was talking
everything
about
down.
sangria and blue cheese.
They said
bro.
they had the
Okay, got nothing
phone,
to do with
this
me.
and that. They're working on it. They sent him a phone. It wasn't his phone.
Right, not Fox
Then
25.
they said they
okay.
never did
So
receive it.
I'm on the right one. And
The
Cherry
guy sent it
is
register where they have to sign
at
it.
Sure.
It showed that they signed for it.
And it's linked that Turtle Boy posted.
See, I
This
had
is the link
problems
that Turtle
with
Boy
my
was according to Cherry. So
Samsung
y'all need to calm
Galaxy
your
Halo.
tits.
And, other Galaxy phone. Well, you plug
And
your
it's not
charger
airing
in.
until noon.
It wore
So
out the
somebody's saying
connection
it's not.
or
Oh, I
it
like to
wouldn't
hear this guy.
charge.
Hold on.
Up their health woes
After
online.
it
Now,
happened
this is important
twice,
and good,
the
but you need
insurance
someone to guide
covered it.
you to the shark infested waters of healthcare.
And
So when you
they
go to
sent
your health
me a
care provider, make sure
replacement
you have
of
a
the
discussion.
same
Listen to
phone.
it. Dr. Mike Strickland.
Mike.
At least they could done
All right.
blink. I won't do that no more.
So y'all are saying that
Lucky
it's not gonna
that
air
manager
right away.
of his cell phone
I thought Fox.
store
I mean, I thought it was Fox Live.
talked about the
That's
iPhone SE Lite.
right. Until
I want
noon.
more than 64
If it's live.
of the memory or whatever you call it, 128 or 252.
Dane posted
You
this
need
case.
to get
That should be
something like
fucking
that.
racist. All right, hold on.
128 or
Let me take a look at
bigger.
that. Let me take a look at that.
You say why? Is because of the
Dane Cook, huh?
updates
Let's
you
search
have to
Dane
do
Cook.
on your apps.
Is it on Twitter? Is it his Twitter post? Oh shit. Okay. Let's check
Oh,
this
that's
out.
something to think
This
of.
I gotta see.
People who all got Samsung's phones and you've been going around and
Oh,
around.
shit. Oh, it directs me to TikTok.
My son
Hold on.
tells me
I
on
gotta like.
Facebook, type in your cell phone, the name of it, and the number of it. You know what I'm talking about.
Bostonian who's
Join
out in
that
California
group.
that's like
That
covering
way
this
you
thing
can
and
keep
watching
up on your
24/7
cell
because
phone from
it's my
Samsung.
whole feed is Karen
If
Reed.
you're
I
not
want to say it quickly.
happy
Everybody's been covering the
with
Karen Reed
Samsung,
case.
the
Everybody.
Federal Trade
Turtle
Commission
Boys and all the
filed
TikTok,
a complaint
citizen
against
journalism
Samsung.
is at its all-time high with a case that is an
Filed a
all-time
complaint
low.
with them. Tell them the
for-
I did,
problem
Jerry.
you're
Actually,
having.
for the police.
Thank you.
If
in
you
Canton.
got
I don't know what is going on in
screenshots
Canton.
of
I don't know if
of
there's
the
like a bigger
emails,
investigation
what
that's going to
Samsung
happen
says, send that to the
post-trial. Some
Federal
people
Trade
think the whole thing is a
Commission.
sham, that it's all
You
just
can
a
look
way
that
to
up in your search
keep
engine
the truth from getting out,
and
that the police colluded.
and
I
file
know
your
it's pretty
complaint.
tough to keep a secret.
Maybe
through multiple
Samsung
Oh my
people,
God.
and yet
Come
will
on,
send
man.
you a new
yet
phone.
it wouldn't be the first
This
time
is your
Be
chance
a
for
loose
redemption.
connection. I'm not a cell phone
lie
repair
becomes
person.
everybody's
It
lie
could be a
to protect one.
number of
So,
things.
oh my gosh, this is crazy.
My son
Okay, listen,
called
I
All right,
know
look.
text
I'm from Arlington,
Samsung.
Massachusetts. I've known cops.
He
Let
gave
me-
him
let me-
everything
let me
about the phone.
Chime
They
in
said
here
it
for a
was
second.
2
So,
years. He hadn't
listen,
had it 2 years.
I have
People-
talked my share of shit about Dane Cook.
You know,
There's
well,
no-
the time
there's-
you get it,
There's no lying about
cheaper to buy because they had them.
But the thing is,
little
and it's
bit
not
longer.
anything. I don't know the fucking guy. I don't give a shit about
My
his life or
experience,
anything.
people,
This
if
is the
you
first
can
time I'm hearing his
afford it,
opinion
you
on
get a new
something.
cell phone
And it just so
every
happens
2
to be his
years.
opinion on something
Make
that I'm very
sure
passionate about
You
right
got
now.
insurance on it.
And hearing him right
You
now,
might have
like,
to pay $50,
like
something
what he
like
sounds like right
that,
now
to get
is what I
another one.
sounded like when I was first, like he's
And,
thinking out loud at the same
I'm
stage
just
that I
letting
was
you
when I
all
first
know
started
this is
working
what
on this
I'm
case.
going through.
And I don't think Dane
Millions
Cook's
of
seen
people
the
on the
spreadsheet.
planet.
I don't
is
think Dane
going
Cook
through.
has seen
Samsung
the,
knows about
the
problem.
the documents or anything. He's just
And I heard
but maybe I'm not giving him
Biden
enough credit.
last night that
But
he got
I'd
where
like to find out that he
Samsung comes
does.
in the
That
United
would be cool.
States, this and that.
But right now, and this is halfway through the video,
People,
right now I'm
Samsung got
getting the impression
problems
that
with their phone.
he's
I don't know about
absorbing
the TV, but
the information, and
on
he's
this
at
planet.
going on.
They won't
And
fix
and
it.
that
They
stage
want you to
lasts a
pay
while.
for
It actually kind of lingers.
Like I said,
you
my
know?
son's cell phone
Even
is
once you
less than a
realize-
year old.
Even once you
That's the
realize that this
second one
absolutely is a
of
cover up, that
Samsung
John O'Keefe
that
absolutely
has
killed inside
happened to
34
him
Fairview
in a
on
year.
the early morning hours of
2
January
cell
29,
phones.
2022. You
I
you
know you
still
all
have this thing
going
over you
through
that
it.
still goes, what the
So I'm
fuck?
asking you all to file a complaint
This
with
is
the Federal
inevitable.
Trade
It is a thing.
Commission.
But Dane Cook is at the
After you
conceptual
do
stages
that,
of what the fuck?
You might
And
want
it's
to go to
fascinating
the
to watch, actually.
BBB, Better Business Bureau. But knowing
Ops, my whole life.
Samsung, they go
And I know some of the
lie
best people I
to
know
them.
are in law enforcement.
So your best bet,
fire
in my
department, especially that
opinion,
whole
is
entire,
the Federal Trade
Massachusetts affiliate.
Commission. That's
Love
the
them. I think
federal
they're great
government.
people. But there's bad apples.
I think the Federal
Is this
Trade
bad?
Commission can put a big fine on them.
The Canton Police? Wow.
But
Okay.
people, that's
I'll be
why
waiting to
I
see
went
if there's
to
going to be a verdict
iPhone.
tomorrow. And again, thank you to everybody who's been
I
covering
want
and
it
keeping me
bigger
up
than
to date
64.
as I've
I
been
want
getting other work done, and then I get
128.
on here and all the updates. I wish I could shout everybody out. There's like 5 or 6 different people.
When my
that
2
I've been
years
following
is
on here,
up,
and then
I
going on
might
some of the other
upgrade
sites and
my
kind of seeing what
phone
you've
if
been
I
putting
can
together.
afford it.
And you're just doing a great job. Everybody who's been covering,
You know,
if you're one of those people, throw me
my
a shout out in
son
the
don't
comments.
like
I'll write back.
iPhones.
Again, being from Boston, this
You know,
like it's wild to be out in
He like the
California.
Android
and have,
phone, but
people
when
talking about
Samsung
Massachusetts and
is
Canton
having
all the time,
problems
but
with
developing.
their
See what happens tomorrow.
Samsung cell phone,
Dane fucking Cook.
you need to
All
think
right, man.
twice.
Like,
You
that's
pay that
cool,
much
what he
money
said.
for a Samsung cell phone that's free up less than a year with that white line, green line, red line, and all of
See,
that.
like anybody who's willing to listen, you know,
If you got Facebook, you know the model number of your
LA.
Samsung
Also, want
phone.
to check in with our Fox
Join the
35
group.
Orlando
Let's see
team
what happens
as they have
here.
done several
And,
interviews throughout the morning with political experts, former candidates,
They
just
will
about
help
everyone,
or
and they
send
did
you
this
to the
interview
right
a short time
place.
ago.
The only person in this
I
state
wish
is a
I could
convicted
get on
felon, is the man I'm looking at right
Facebook.
now.
Oh
but
man,
I wasn't
y'all,
really
they
going to
violate
run
the First
until I saw the
Amendment.
horrible job he did. He's destroying our country.
Well, a lot of people watched that
Wow.
CNN presidential debate
I'm
last
just
night.
letting
A
you all
lot
know.
of reaction is
No,
pouring
I
in, and
stand
we are
for
breaking it
truth
That
down
was
and
for you
smooth.
this morning.
justice
We want
for
to
all
bring in Dr.
American
Susan
people
McManus. She is a
and the people
distinguished university.
of the
That was
planet.
actually pretty smooth on his part. I wasn't even gonna run, and then I saw this guy fucking shit in the bed.
And as
so,
you watch the debate last night, Biden
like,
said
he had
he's
him
a
right next to him,
convicted
gave him a
felon.
fucking like this fucking
When
guy right
it's in
here.
appeal, people, he's not convicted yet.
Like, I get
It's
it.
an
I
appeal
get why
process.
people like Trump so much, man. But at
Also,
the same time, like, my
people
problem
think
is that when it comes to
the
these kind of
governor
things,
of the
I am old
state
school, man,
that
and
convicted him
I like the
is a
idea of
Democrat.
someone, you
The
know, being
prosecutor is a
presidential.
Democrat.
That's
The
not
judge
presidential
is a
to me, man.
Democrat.
It's just not, you know.
What
So
happened
it's like,
if the Republicans went
it's funny as shit,
after
but
Biden
it's not supposed to be
for the
funny.
things that he
You know what I
got,
mean? Like, this
classified
is
documents.
the future of our country.
As you
These are the
heard,
men that are supposed to be, you
he's
know, like, these are
incapacitated. Know
for
what
the
he's
seat
doing. That's
to
why they didn't charge him.
to run
If
our
that's
country,
the
man.
case, he can't
Like,
be president. I'm a
it's
Democrat.
crazy.
I am very upset.
Yeah,
For
presidential
me,
is
the
just
best
gone.
thing for the
You know,
Democrat
like,
Party that Biden retired.
like that's what I'm
the
saying.
best
Is I
thing
get the
for him.
appeal. Don't get me wrong. I get the appeal. And you know
Look
what?
all the drugs coming
Economically
into the
speaking,
USA
I agree with
from the
him.
border.
I'm not saying I'm voting for Trump. I still haven't made that decision yet.
And
And right now, it's
look
neither
at the
one of them.
gas prices.
That's
when
where I'm
Trump
at.
was in there. I believe it
but-
got below
But
$2.
I get the fact that, like, right now, I mean, the thing is
Look
I
what
don't care who
Biden
you
got
are,
in
dude.
there.
Like, the country
This
was in
one
a fucking
pissed me off.
really good place,
He
economically
shut down
speaking,
the pipeline.
before
He shut down
Biden
the
became
border
president.
wall.
Right before COVID,
and
dude,
all
everything was
that.
fucking beautiful. You know,
No.
jobs were
Uh-uh.
abundant,
You
gas
got
was
drug
cheap,
dealers coming
food was
across the
cheap.
border. You got gang members
I don't want to
coming
hear
across the border.
different because it's
You
bullshit.
got
I was
terrorists
there.
coming across the border.
I was there. Then COVID
You
happened.
got child
and then
traffickers coming
the
across
fact that
the
the
border.
Democrats were pushing the COVID thing as much as
And
they
the
were,
illegals
and then
coming
COVID
over
turning
here
out to be
getting
what it
married
was,
to a U.S. citizen.
you're like, well, okay, I don't really
they
trust the
got kids by
Democrats.
this
You know what I
lady
mean? So there's a
or the
lot going
man
on, and
who
then
they
seeing
married.
Biden up there and
Well,
behaving
they
the way that he did, and being the oldest
him back
fucking guy I've
across
ever
the
seen,
border. I know it
and acting
can't
like
with
the most immature child I've ever
illegal.
seen. I mean,
Common sense, people.
it's an easy,
Order.
eliminated. I'm not voting for
Illegal.
Biden. Like, there's no
Got a
vote for
credit
that guy,
check. You and me have
Democrat
to
or
go through
Republican.
credit check.
I can't do it. Do a
USA.
political debate with somebody
I
who
got
has
Cherokee
the education
Indian
to
blood
follow
in me.
politics. And, I mean, there's most people out there
How
know
much I don't know
vastly
because I
more
don't
than I
have
do
the
about this
money to
subject.
do that.
All I know is that I
DNA
am a
check.
vote
If I
is
got the right percentage
crazy.
of the Cherokee
It's
blood in me,
crazy.
I can get a little bit more money.
But yeah, there's no way I'm
Oh.
voting for Biden. There's no
What
way.
I've been told.
And you know, I'm not libertarian.
And also,
I'm
they get
independent,
credit
but
cards. They got
I love
money
the
on
idea
them.
of libertarian.
I know
I love what
one
they
Mexican
have in mind.
well,
I
lives
love
in Charlestown.
don't get me
Found
wrong,
some
but I'm
credit
not like
cards.
registered libertarian. I'm,
The guy,
you know, and the
guess,
thing is so far there has
manager,
not
the
been a
maintenance
libertarian
person.
candidate that I like.
Get dollars on it.
We all know how
Ready
that
to
turned out.
spend.
And so
Where's my
I like Rand Paul, but I mean, he's not much of a speaker,
preloaded credit
you know.
card where I can go out and
But
spend
look
it.
how well
could use something
Robert
like
Kennedy,
that
Robert Kennedy Jr. has
to
been
buy
doing, and
me
look at
a
how he
new
talks.
rider that'd be under warranty where I don't have
But I like some of his social views.
you know,
Most of them, I'll even go as far as to say
they get hurt.
My social
they
views,
haven't
for the most
paid
part, are pretty
into
liberal.
Social Security. They get asset
The thing
into
is
it. I paid into Social Security since I was
maybe
12 years old.
this is what it needs.
I was
It's like
making
if you
50
think about,
cents an
okay,
hour
you're running
with
a
school
small
work
business.
permit
Let's say a
where I
retail
cut
store,
grass at
any
the
kind,
Charlestown
doesn't matter. Picture in your
Cemetery.
mind whichever one. Could
Up
be
until
haberdashery, could be
92. Dad died in 92.
burgers, whatever, right? And
You know,
you've got somebody who let's just use the pizza business as an example. That's what I'm from. So you go into a shop, right? You're the general manager of a shop, and everything runs, because running a pizza shop, running any business, it's a plate spinning act.
Us first.
And so somebody,
you've
got a general
gonna
manager
give us
who's just a
money
fucking badass.
or free oil,
as far as
all the stuff we send them. Hell no. Only my opinion is they heard in the debate last night. Trump made those countries what they supposed
give an inventory of how much they
years and years
fucking drank,
under the
and you're just, it's too early, man.
Would increase it. The Republicans tried.
So
they
you
got
get that
going
on, but the thing again, you're happy with everything that's going on.
You know what?
You've got a decent schedule, and the
that's
store
only my
is just
opinion.
booming with profit, right?
Common sense.
But then,
go back in history.
That GM says, you know what? My time's up.
By the time your kids and grandkids gets old enough, they ain't gonna be nothing in this country. As I internet on the electric vehicles, they said by 2035 there'd be no gasoline cars, pickup trucks, diesel 18-wheelers. People, I think about buying an electric vehicle when Air Force One and the hell. Sorry about that, people. StreamYard is screwing up. Or the internet. I don't know what the hell is going on. This is the second time today. See, there's the courthouse.
Anybody worth a shit. It's everything's going wrong. Is it so bad to bring back that old GM, to ask that GM and go, hey man, listen, I need you. I mean, it's tough, but there's nobody else really right now to do it. We need you to get back to what was going on before this guy took over, and it just was too much for him to handle. Is that so wrong? Is that such a bad thing? Now, I may or may not be justifying justifying voting for Trump out loud and thinking about it. I may or may not be doing that right now. But is it so bad? You know? Dude, look at gas prices right now. They're insane. Like, look at, dude. You guys see how much a steak costs right now? I mean, I don't like Trump. I don't like Trump for the same reasons that liberals don't like Trump. That's a fact. That is true. I do not like Trump for the same fucking reasons that the liberals don't like Trump. But the thing is dictate whether or not he can actually run the country successfully. Like, and when I say for the same reasons the liberals, I mean like the social issues. You know, those social issues are what I have an issue with. You know, I don't like, I don't like, I mean, I'm not over it. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like that a guy got elected president. It's kind of shameful for me that we elected a guy for president who openly just thinks that it's okay to grab a woman by her pussy. You know, like, he said that shit out loud. There's no sugarcoating that. There's no, there's no dodging that he said that shit. He said that shit. You know what I mean? You know, if we're gonna sit here and hate on Proctor, but we're gonna sit here and be like, Trump is the best. Like, you got some self-examination to do, I think. I mean, to be a piece of shit, and he did nothing to Karen Reed, right? It just so happens that he had private messages between about an unrelated woman. I mean, are we gonna feel the same way about him as far as this case goes? Are we gonna say he's a terrible detective if he had conducted the investigation the way he was supposed to conduct the investigation in every which possible way? You know what I mean? If he actually got justice for John O'Keefe through his investigation and did it absolutely properly, but then some text messages unrelated emerged of him fucking talking to. So that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Like, I don't like that Trump is capable of that at all. And I don't like that he got voted president after that. I'm not even gonna lie. But the fact of the matter is I remember speaking to I think it was my brother about this, and it was like 3 years into his term. And my brother was even like, he's way smarter than me. He's like 100 times smarter than me. Dan Trump. And he's a conservative, full on. He's just Forrest Gumping this shit. Like, everything's good. I mean, I couldn't deny that. I couldn't argue with him on that. Paige CM, thank you. Just tuning in. Love your shirt today. and your respect for women. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. I mean, I know women say worse, dude. Like, I know. I get it. But what I'm saying? Like, like we're talking about someone who is supposed to be setting the ultimate American example. That's a standard. Like, it's not. I don't think it's wrong to hold the leader of the free world to a high standard of setting an example. I don't think it's you know. I don't think that that's unreasonable. Kelly R, thank you. Morning. Just to remind y'all, the Senate has slush money allocated to pay off scandals way before Trump. Just saying. I mean, I think, yeah, that's the thing. Single time that they have charged Trump with a crime or taken him to court for any reason or tried to impeach him, it was all a witch hunt. Every single one was an absolute witch hunt. I believe that 100%. I believe when Trump said last night that they have tried to sabotage me being elected and my presidency, like, absolutely. I believe that 100%. I'm like, that everyone voted for Biden. They hated Trump. People. That is exactly what's wrong with the Karen Reed case as far as the court of public opinion. Is it not? He's guilty simply because it stems from a hatred for Turtle Boy. That is a fact. And we criticize them for that. So if you're a liberal and you voted for Biden because you don't like Trump, you are guilty of the same fucking
Cussing.
Jack W, thank you. Trump and Biden both go. I agree. I completely agree. You know, and then you get stuck with that whole, like, if I don't exercise my right to vote, then, you know, it'll get taken away. There's that fear. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to vote for either one of them. You know, I really don't. I really don't. But all that pepperoni, I'm not getting into all that. All I'm saying is, if you voted for Biden, and I know people did this because my social media was flooded with nothing but liberals with Trump hating rhetoric. That's all I saw from liberals was Trump hating rhetoric. Not things that Biden did there. That never happened. So please miss me with that bullshit. It was nothing but anti-Trump rhetoric all the time. And that made me ashamed. That made me ashamed because I consider myself a liberal in the truest sense. I'm not so old-fashioned that I don't think that gay people should get married. I'm not that old-fashioned. I honestly, seriously, I will never, and I cannot, I am incapable of judging your character based on what you choose to put in your fucking mouth. I don't care what you do.
If I do,
I don't
my
care what goes on behind as long as whatever you do doesn't victimize anyone, then I have no interest in what you're doing. So people trying to control what people say. And it's fucking frustrating to live in this with a rational mind and be like, why can't you just mind your own fucking business? That's the real easy solution for both sides. It's like, just mind your own fucking business. when it comes to social issues, that's the solution, in my opinion. Period. It's real simple. What's complicated is getting people to fucking check their egos on a mass level. That's not complicated. That's impossible. But to get people on, hey, your opinion really doesn't fucking matter that much, dude. Like, you don't have to, you know, like, do you really give a shit what somebody else thinks about something that you're that you have opinions on? Like, do you really at the end of the day give a shit? I know I don't.
Okay. The FBI, DOJ would she guilty. They got better things to do than follow Karen Reed trial
local
on
for
YouTube.
sure.
Okay, people. The FBI
Scott
is
Starboard,
not
thank you so much.
following
She chases famous men so
Have
desperately.
you all heard?
Could
the-
Will's a womanizer because he says the C word.
That's the FBI.
I don't believe those were the words, and I don't want to get into like I have to fact check
Do
that?
I believe?
Because I
Yeah.
remember hearing famous, you could just grab them by the pussy. Those are the words I remember.
Done
If you're
wild
famous, yeah,
water
you could just grab
tap,
them by the pussy.
tap from
That's
the
how I remember.
FBI.
So I mean, and it's not really the same
Vance
thing though. Again,
is the FBI.
I'm not
with
running for president. You know what I mean?
the
Like
can
your
tell
standards. I
the
make
difference
sure that I
of
meet your standards by
upgrade
building an audience,
or
by
going
letting
down
you know
step,
what
up
I'm about, what I
step.
am, and blah blah blah, and how I conduct my channel, right?
So
But you know,
he's coming.
I make sure that those standards that I set, I meet, and that's it.
I'm
What you see is what you get.
Crap.
But this is
The
YouTube
common
level
sense tells
importance.
me
You see what I'm saying? This
the
isn't.
truth.
I'm not running for president. I'm not running for office. I'm not in a position to be responsible for setting an example for you. To a certain degree, sure. But I feel like everything that I do is absolutely harmless.
But if it wasn't
I try to manage my content by if there's something that you are offended by, it's something that
some people blame
reaches
him.
the point where it's a
Prosecutor
it's a
of
you
that
problem,
county who
not me.
elected official.
You know, butthurt about
of
the
taxpayer
sound of the
money.
things I say, like the word cunt.
There's things
Jason Sorensen,
that
thank
the
you so much. If you
prosecutor
refuse to
brought
vote
up
third
about
party, you are
Karen
part of the
Wives
reason the best
on
we get is
appeal
Trump and Biden. Your
get
vote counts no matter
overturned.
who it's for. You know, I 150%
Did
agree
the
with that.
FBI talk to Karen? Maybe.
I just man, I don't like the libertarian
go
candidate
ahead and
right
take
now.
them to trial.
You know?
Why would
I
you
didn't
take
like the
them to
last
trial?
one. I
So
mean, I liked her
prosecutor with
somewhat.
Nick
I did before that.
my source, who's an officer.
What was it, Gary Johnson?
law. I ain't gonna say state, FBI, U.S.
Like,
Marshals, or
what do I need to tell you,
they
dude?
want more charges against those police officers. The one
Malene,
that
thank you. Go
murdered
with who lets you keep your
was
cash.
Pete.
Let's
Karen
do pizza
Reed did
reviews.
not murder.
Yeah, the thing is I'm kind of held prisoner here, bro. I'm kind of held prisoner here.
You know, that's only my
because
opinion.
I don't want to miss them airing the Aiden stuff.
I know my author rhythm or whatever you call it.
So it says
good.
so Aiden posted that he just finished taping with Fox News.
I can use
this is a while ago. They said it might air shortly, but if not, I will definitely air during the 12. It will definitely air during the 12 p.m. hour. Turtle Boy is going worldwide.
VIDIQ or
That's
something.
awesome.
Would that help? It
Fantastic.
might. I don't
So yeah,
know.
I'm kind of stuck
I
here.
just can't
So
afford
we're just gonna
like
wait.
that to get everything
Um,
up
We're just
to
gonna
help
wait
me
to see
improve.
what happens.
I like to do it the fashion way. Some people can get their watch hours.
Third party would lead to minority
They get their
rule impractical.
thousands of subscribers, which is water
Yeah. See again, I don't that are being fucking spoon fed to me.
plus years old. That's why I'm asking for you all's help to help me. But I'm kind of mad at
Trending by now, bro.
Jackson, her defense lawyer. I think he's trying to do the best job he can where he can make money off of I forget what channel it is, but he should have brought out more reasonable doubt.
Annie sent me something that she thought was funny.
You know, there should
Let me see
be
if
more
I can pull it
or
up.
reasonable doubt put into it. The jury instructions in my book didn't explain everything. You got one box not guilty. Where's the box for not guilty of all?
I have no
Jury instructions
understanding of how this works.
in all 50 states is different. Being set up that all
right
50 states can go by if it's murder, theft, or whatever. They should have a standard form. OWI. She was never charged with that. That might be grounds for appeal. She was.
I mean,
She's never charged with it.
Sorry, I was looking at a tweet. I saw that picture that people are talking about.
Still reasonable.
But I'm
should
looking at that picture that people are talking about.
I'm into it. Who has dealt with car wrecks?
I'm gonna go ahead and say,
you know, below your
I'm gonna go ahead and say that
he should have had broken knees, broken hip.
there's just something I have to take a much closer look.
Lead SUV.
I'm trying to zoom it as much as I can.
People, I'm 70
and I did,
years old.
but there's something on that makes it look
I've
fake.
seen it. They had more injuries than what O'Keefe did. What I've seen on O'Keefe's body, if they showed, he was in a fight. That's my opinion. I'm 70 plus years old. You heard this FBI. It was on Galvin
But-
Fish's
Yeah.
YouTube channel one night. He's a retired FBI.
You know, it's
CSI.
just these things are to be expected, people.
You
You
need
know,
to
and
watch that
here's the thing.
video.
This is
He
gonna
is
be a little
saying
controversial.
everything that we the people can understand.
So, what if the photo's real?
He wasn't in the Karen Reed trial, but the way they corrected
And
evidence was wrong.
is that anybody's fucking business?
You don't use plastic
Again,
cups from a
like,
neighbor.
what's wrong with you?
It's not sanitized. You got petri dishes.
Is there something?
You
Is
got
there something
dishes
that's
you can put that blood
that
and
affects
so in.
how
But
he's
it's
capable
dilute
of?
the sample.
Is he breaking the law
There was no
in some
blood
way?
on Karen Reed's SUV. The injuries that O'Keefe sustained was from a fight.
Oh my God!
And
I think we got a super dad.
no, that's only my opinion. I don't have no qualifications. I watch a whole lot of CSI people. I know CSI people.
Mike D.
They said what that
I'm paying for the song needed in my life right now. Right on.
It's a botched police investigation.
So here's
Number
the
one,
thing.
you
No,
do not
it's just some
use a
stupid picture
snow blower
that's
to
supposedly
blow the snow away. You blow
Alan Jackson and
evidence
Karen
away.
Reed like out in public.
Okay,
and,
you saw the picture. O'Keefe
they're
in a shoe.
embracing.
Hey, think about it, people.
You know, and when I say embracing, like I mean that in the lightest way
that they
possible.
showed in court is a
like,
different news.
But here's the thing. I mean,
That was
people are
plain
arguing whether
police
it's real or fake. I
evidence
mean,
in
my
my
question
book.
is, what difference does it make? Gives a fuck.
And
the fuck do you?
That they got a Boston police officer.
Well, the picture that I saw,
jury.
I saw a still picture.
He or she's
So-
retired. That it's the hold up.
I'm still seeing a still
It's
picture.
11-1 not guilty. They say how you know it. You all going to
And
think
people are
I'm
saying it's an
crazy.
AI face swap.
God
video.
told
and
God
yeah, I make
is
those
the
are very
judge in
easy to
this
make.
case. God knows she
You know?
didn't do it. O'Keefe from heaven is telling people she did not do it. But listen to your hearts. Listen to God. God tells you she's not guilty.
Hold on. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on it.
I just wonder if the FBI is waiting outside the court or somewhere close by as soon as the verdict comes.
It's just so funny to me that people are so concerned about it. Like,
are they going
my whole
to
thing is, who gives a shit, dude? Like,
go prosecute a witness? You know,
like,
what do you all think
Like,
about it? Just think about it. Study it. FBI fans, family. The more they let this trial go
all right.
on,
See, I could show this. I can absolutely.
and
show
they
this.
committed.
So first of all, it
That's
was
more
Krusty Panties who posted this. Now,
Socks
take a
Hutch.
look here real quick. You guys, like, I'm gonna show you guys what I'm talking about here.
You know, just think about it, study it, use common sense.
Like, it's totally blurry. It's too far away.
I know
It's
they're not
totally
going to bring a verdict in.
So the only way to be able to clearly
one
see
time, I'm going to
the
get
face
off
of
here.
those. the only way to clearly
But if it comes
say
up
this
with
to
a
people,
verdict later on the day,
is
I would come back and rebroadcast.
if you superimpose some face swap shit on there. Like,
Like I say, I don't know
and
the
if it
right
comes from
word
Krusty Panties, you can
to
count on
put
it.
in.
You know what I mean? Like,
Karen Reed
and
murder
here's the thing.
trial.
Who
Down the
cares?
next
Who
line
gives a fuck?
about it. I don't know what the heck I'm doing, people.
Like,
I'm not that smart, as you all know.
let's just say, for argument's sake,
When I go to the post office, when you all mail stuff to me,
that it's,
it takes 7 to 30 days to get to me. Where
I mean, well, good for you guys.
so that tells you
I mean,
what's
great.
going
What's
to
the
happen.
wedding?
Pony Express,
You know what I mean? Like,
horses. People, I am sorry, but I think StreamYard is fucking me. Sorry for my language. This is the third time in the last half hour. I don't know if StreamYard doesn't like this guy. No. I like him. I'm going to try another one. I'm going to Law and Crime, people. All you're going to see there is this fan. Boy, that's fan there in the courthouse. Uh, is is um, is getting famous. But I'm going to do when I bring the Law and Crime video up, live stream. I think I'm going to show you the comments from the people across the planet. It's rebuffing right now. So I'm going to bring the comments up where you all can read the comments for Law and Crime. So let's try to share this, see what happens. So here's the comments, people. So I'm showing those people saying guilty, not guilty. You know, people saying not guilty. It looks blurry to me, but there ain't nothing I can do about it. Like I said, people, jury, come on. Yeah, what are they smoking back there in the jury room? Are they smoking some Mary Jane? It's, you know. Yeah, people, you see that fan running, which I'm not showing it. I'm showing you the comments. How long would that fan last before it goes dead? That's murder. Brandy, I disagree with you. Lock her up. She's innocent. Where have you been during this whole trial, Karen? She's innocent. The state did not prove her case. You know, I've been to the courthouse. I've seen jury trials. But they got one hold up. 100% not guilty. I agree with you. I don't know, maybe the jury's getting high. So far, 16 hours and 12 minutes. That's too long for this. All it takes is one jury to hold up. I just got a feeling it's going to be a hung jury. Is one I believe because of that one jury. That's only my opinion, people, but as you saw in the video, when the police, and it was snowing, and Karen Reed was in front of that house, it showed all the red tail light was intact then. There's people that blow that picture up, and that showed it was intact. Okay, a good police officer at that time would took pictures of it. A good CSI person would took a picture of it. At Sallyport, where the tow truck supposedly drove the vehicle there, that's a no-no. Tow truck drivers do not drive a vehicle to a police department. They can drive it to put it up on a road back, but as far as driving it, no. What happens if they wrecked it and so on? That tow truck company would be responsible. That's how come they drive it up on back of the tow truck. People, you all got friends that got tow trucks. Ask them about it. You know, I've been around places like that. And my friend James, who lives in Charlestown, every time he towed a vehicle, he wouldn't drive it back to the lot. He would drive it up on the road back, tie everything down that the DOT requires you to do to safe haul it. But why didn't they call that tow truck driver for a witness? You know, there's questions. You never know what the jury is going to do. But I believe, in my opinion, 11 of them found her not guilty. Was she drunk? You know, that's my question. If the jury is smart, she wasn't charged with drunk driving or driving under the influence or OWI. She wasn't charged with that. To me, you can't consider that in my book, from what I've seen at jury trials in person. You can't consider that if it wasn't charged with it. But that county prosecutor trying to think, well, you could charge her with driving under the influence. How can she be charged with it when she was never arrested? You know, people, you got friends out there who is cops, lawyers, doctors, expert in dog bites. That picture they show bites, not a police dog. You know, it's only my opinion, people. I've been around people, and those are dog bites. The coroner ruled death undetermined. But to me, why didn't the coroner say those are dog bites? Why didn't the defense team call in a dog expert for that picture? No, it's weird. She getting the shaft. People, they said, why don't the FBI stop it? They tried to convince the DA not to prosecute when they refused to drop the 74 pages from their investigation. See, even the prosecutor's office knows she didn't do it. The FBI asked him not to charge her. So that means the prosecutor's office in Boston there is corrupt. So what do you think about it? Will the FBI indict the prosecutor for corruption? You know, they don't have jurisdiction to stop. They could go ahead and arrest those witnesses who committed perjury. They got evidence that they committed the murder, and the prosecutor still took it to trial, knowing she's innocent. You know, like I say, people, I'm not a lawyer or expert in anything like that. I'm 70 plus years old. And, you know, it's weird. I know every state, every country's different. Some countries, if you steal something, they might cut a finger off or cut a hand off. You know, stuff like that. And some countries, if you kill somebody, they hang you or put you up in front of the firing squad. Or if you're a child rapist, they cut your ball bat off or something like that in those countries. But when the FBI asked the prosecutor not to take it to trial, they had over 3,074 pages from their investigation. So did the defense team. She's innocent. She was innocent. The FBI done approve it. The prosecutor had the fact that she did not kill O'Keefe. So that tells me that prosecutor in Boston there is on the take, or part of the mafia. Now, I'll leave it up to you people in Boston. You voted him or her in. It's time to vote the person out. Look how many thousands of dollars it costs your taxpayers of Boston to put this case on. I say it's close to $1 million your taxpayers have to pay out of your. Let me go back. Let's see. Could the judge be on the take? I read it in somebody's comments. I don't know. It's up to the FBI. You got some judges on this planet. It is on the take. You got police officers on the take. You got prosecutors. You got all kinds of people on the take. And I'm expecting the FBI on federal charges, charge them with the RICO Act. You can look that up on the internet and have it explain what the RICO Act is. I figure that's what the FBI is going to do here in Clark County, Indiana, on the ex-sheriff Jamie Knoll, who stole over $900,000 from the taxpayers. You look at fire department, New Chapel Ambulance Service, which they lost the contract in Ford County, Indiana, right there at the county line where they got a firehouse. It costs your taxpayers of Clark County a bunch of money. I've been told that Jamie Knoll is still in Scott County Jail in Scottsburg, Indiana. Susan Rudyard, you're right, not guilty. Law and Crime need to slow down their chat. They're going about 90 miles an hour. Guilty number 4. Let's see if I can bring that down. Calm down. Mistrial generally means something legally wrong with the trial. Hung jury just means no decision reached and has to be retried with a new jury. If the damn prosecutor was smart, he or she wouldn't retry it. That's only my opinion. If they mistrial, I'm hoping the FBI go in there and start arresting people. Those bad cops, the McBride or McAllisters or Alberts, start arresting them. Because then the state will have no witness. They committed perjury. The day that the FBI said he was in the house. But why is this one person on the jury saying guilty? They got the damn evidence, people, stating that she's not guilty, but on a reasonable doubt. Miss True Crime Addict, I know it's your opinion. She's not guilty. Where have you been, or are you a stupid idiot? I think you're a stupid idiot. She's not guilty. I know that's your right to say she's guilty. But where have you been the last 20 some odd days? Did you watch that jury trial every day? If you saying she's guilty, you wouldn't say she's guilty. Oh, your boyfriend must be a police officer, or you're a police officer. I don't want you on my jury, Miss True Crime Addict. You're a dumbass. Any people who think she's guilty, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. And this one, Jarrett, zero chance he'll come before lunch at this point. They don't want to miss out on a free meal and only get paid for a half a day. That's true. I know now that I think they get paid $50 a day, $75, they have to raise it. And that's costing your taxpayers in Boston, Massachusetts money. I've seen stuff in here. Look, I'm not a lawyer. If she gets convicted, it's going to get overturned because they brought stuff in that they shouldn't brought in, or the judge denied it. She's also didn't get her speedy trial. Our trial is 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, unless one of those days is a federal holiday. You only have court 2 or 3 times a week. That's not a speedy trial. I don't know if the defense asked for a speedy trial. Why did they choose a small courtroom? Why didn't they choose the biggest courtroom where more people would show up? It's only my opinion, people. Lemons and lime, what do you make with all the butt dials? People, I'm not that smart. These smartphones, you cannot butt dial them anymore. When you're not using it, after a minute or two, your screen goes dark. You know, that's a fact. You know, and if I'm not using my cell phone, the string goes dark. You either have to put your thumbprint or your 4-digit code to bring it back up. So that shows me it's perjury. The data shows it's perjury. There's one person guilty from day one. There's another person I wouldn't want on my jury. Somebody said, is it a holiday weekend in the States? Not that I know of, not until the 4th. 4th of July is a holiday. People, I know some of you saying in the law and crime chat how long it's going to be. People, I don't expect anything to come out of it today. I figure it'd be Monday. I'm expecting after this long, over 16 hours, it's going to be a mistrial. I know there's FBI probably watching my videos, not making any comments. I hope and I pray to arrest those people who committed perjury, planting evidence. I hope either after the trial or a mistrial that the FBI go ahead and arrest those people. I say the prosecutor is corrupt too. When the FBI asked the prosecutor not to take it to trial after I had over 3,000 pages of evidence showing she did not kill him, people, it's weird. You people of Boston, Massachusetts, that's your tax dollars, you know, that he's wasting, he or she's wasting of your money. When the FBI came to you before you charge her and turn over 3,000 pages to you and the defense and ask you not to charge that she was not guilty, did the prosecutor listen to FBI? No. So people, remember when it comes election time, vote that SOB out if he's not in jail or prison by the time the FBI gets done with him. People, I see, how come the jury is taking so long when the evidence shows? I explain it to you. You got one person on the jury, from my sources, that person is either a cop or a retired cop or brothers and sisters. They stick together. Was it birds of the feathers flock together or something like that? And you saw with Jennifer McKay research how long did it take you to die in the snow. You saw that on the data that the FBI recovered that she tried to erase, but It's still out there on the internet. It wasn't Karen Reed who researched it, it was Jennifer. It was proven in court. But why is that one a-hole? People say, how you know he's a cop? Well, on your jury forms, you got to fill out all the information out. Where you work at, are you a doctor, lawyer, police officer? But why did the defense strike him or her from the jury? No, that's a question. Because the lawyers got all the information of every person on the jury. They also ask you, have you ever been arrested? What for? This and that. I know they do here in Indiana. Maybe that's a standard form you have to fill out. I don't know. This is only in Indiana, but so, you know, they don't leave a voicemail. Two of my kids, when they call, they won't leave a voicemail. Like, I got a call from the hospital a week or so ago. It had to be somebody in the family. Man, if you don't leave a damn voicemail, how do you think I know who the hell it is? 9 chances out of 10, it's spam calls. They're using numbers, you call it back, and it says no longer in service. 90% of it is that way. The FTC can't do a damn thing about it. But spammers, people, if you don't leave me a voicemail, I block you. I don't care who in the hell you are. And if it's an unknown number, you better leave a voicemail. I know most police departments, when they call you, it's an unknown number. If you don't leave a voicemail, I can't call you back. People, I am for Karen Reed. Like I say, I've been watching this trial from day one. Open statements, and every day of the trial. If I didn't watch it, I'll watch it later that night, where I didn't miss anything. The prosecutor didn't present his case, to me where she's guilty. My reasonable doubt. And they said 2:27 a.m. Jennifer search. How long did it take to die in the snow? People, that's only my opinion. Will today be the day that the jury will come back with a verdict? No. I say no. It'd be Monday or Tuesday. First, second. Monday will be July the 1st. I say they won't come back today. Or to me, instead of closing at 4 o'clock, I said, you stay here until you reach a verdict. If you can't come to a verdict, a mistrial. But I guess Boston Massachusetts is different. Let me back up if I can. She's innocent. She's not a cop killer. In prison have no right for justice. The bad cops will visit her in jail. Here's somebody said, hi from Australia. I got a glass of wine on Friday night and waiting for the verdict. People ask, where's the clock? You know, where is the clock? You know, people, we trying to bring you the facts of the Karen Reed or any court cases. I've been to court. I used to work for a lawyer. God rest his soul. He's dead. I would look up cases in the log books, you know, black log, the federal law books, stuff like that, and put my opinions in. Then he will look over it. You know, I know a little bit about the law. And when you're on the jury, you're supposed to go by the law. But that paperwork they gave him with jury instructions in my book is confusing. Like all the charges, it's either not guilty, it should be another one, not guilty on all charges. But that's not how it reads. There's one box that says not guilty. Is that the only thing you're supposed to check? I don't know. That's only my opinion. That jury instructions is so screwed up and so misunderstanding, I guess you call it. So, people, let's see what time. It's 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let me put it that way. I'm on the edge of my bed and I'm still waiting to hear. How do we know an ex-cop on the jury? I'm going to explain it to you people. This is on law and crime. The lawyers, the prosecutor, you have to film a paperwork out. You know, he said ex-cop, lawyer, doctor, nurse, stuff like that. It's all there. A person who told me it's there, maybe part of the prosecutor defense team, and you got a retired cop on it, a Boston police officer. Why didn't defense strike it down for good cause? When you got 11 people on the jury says not guilty, you say, how do you know that? I'm like the people on Bull, you know, the TV show where he reads juries. I know we didn't get to see the jury, but I think we should get to see the jury. Hold them accountable for the mistakes Somebody said a jury is coming in at Lloyd 30. If that was so, jury is coming in ? And people, I just don't understand it. It's not long. 9 weeks of jury duty. This is not long, people. If you heard the evidence like we, the people, have heard for the past 9 weeks, not guilty. But the jury instructions so screwed up, it confused me. Remember, people, she never was charged with drunk driving or OWI, DWI. She wasn't charged with that. My past experience of watching court cases that you cannot bring it up if the person didn't get arrested. Can't be charged with it if she wasn't arrested. She has a right for a trial on a DWI and be charged with it. So appeal court was throw that out because she was never charged with drinking and driving. That'd be one grounds for appeal. Hey, that'd be nice, people. I don't know where Turtle Boy lives. Wouldn't Turtle Boy make a good mayor of Boston there and for all those police officers? People, you go back within the last year, there in Louisville, Kentucky, the FBI came in, looked over the books and the bylaws for the police officers and told the mayor and the police chief what needs to be changed. The chief of police of LMPD resigned the other day. They brought up sexual harassment, if you see it on your national news. That's not the first time it happened. I know this lady cop. She was a cop before she went to LMPD. Her training officer sexual harassed her, had sex with her, married her, have kids. She divorced him. He went back to his old ways. He's a training officer. They know that sexual harassment been going on for 10 plus years and haven't done a damn thing about it. And you all been watching on the national news about Carolyn in Fort Worth, Texas, where she was filming the cops with the court appeals or said you can film a cop while they're on duty. These two women, if you saw in the video, turn around where they wouldn't videotape him. Kruger, I think is his name, in Fort Worth, Texas. He's on desk duty where they investigate people who's doctors, lawyers. She got a good lawyer, the way I understand. There's going to be a multi-million-dollar lawsuit. Kruger was on another police department, done the same thing. And they showed how it took her down. That means her head hit the concrete of blacktop. it knocked her unconscious. How can you resist people when you're unconscious? Any doctors out there, lawyers, how can you resist if you're unconscious? You saw the video I shared the other day, whenever it was. She had 2 black eyes, stitches, you know, got her arm in a sling. Will Fort Worth, Texas do anything? Hell no. They're just like Boston. They got corrupt cops in Fort Worth, Texas. Where's Walker, the Texas Rangers? Where's the Texas Rangers in this? How come they're not investigating? Cotton picker! Quit knocking shit down! Scared the daylights out of me. I keep picking it up and put it back in the chair, and they knocked it down again. People, I know you'll like me. It shouldn't take as long. It's an open and shut case for not guilty. But you got that one asshole on the jury, it's holding out. You said, how do we know that person a retarded cop? I've told you, you have to fill out paperwork for any jury trial you're on this planet. They want to know everything about you. Have you been in jail? Have you been arrested for drunk driving? Do you drink drugs? It's all the information. Is it public record? I don't know. But a person is close to this case. It's a officer. I can't say who he or she, if it's federal, state, U.S. Marshal, Secret Service. I can't tell you. I won't get no more. Said this person is a cop and was a cop in Boston. Why didn't the defense team strike that person from the jury? I can't answer that. You know, they can't prove it to me. People just use common sense. Listen to the evidence. Listen to the defense witness. They was FBI people. You know, there's FBI people. People tried to drive 20, 30 miles an hour backwards in the snow. You ain't going to keep your car straight. If that's true, I know it's snow, you could see track of her driving backwards in the snow because the lines wouldn't be straight. It'd be zigzag like this. People as old as I am, it's hard to back up at 5 miles an hour. You know, I'm not an expert in this, but I'm going ahead and get off of this. Because like I said, it's about 11:13 a.m. They're not going to come in before lunch. They get a free lunch. They won't get paid for the full day. But if I was a judge, I said, you're going to stay here if it takes up until 8 or 9 o'clock tonight to reach a verdict. Then the jury will change their mind and it'll be a hung jury, I think. Somebody said with a, oh, where is it? "100% guilty of manslaughter." People, they have not proven their bullshit. How can you say she's guilty? She was not charged with drinking and driving. You cannot consider that as one of the damn elements. I'm sorry, but people, there's some dumbasses out there I wouldn't want on my jury. Thank you all. I'm glad there's somebody out there that agree with me. Thank you. Thank you very much. But I'm going to get off of here. I'm wasting my time. And, I just have to get ready to make a trip. Will I live stream on the way to Charlestown? Nope. I'm going to watch this. I'll be listening to it, put it that way. If they come up with a verdict later today, I should be back home by so-and-so time. And I will restream it. But I don't expect them to come back today at all. They're going to stop the court hearing at 3:30. What kind of fucking judge that stops a jury delete? I know here in Indiana and some in Kentucky, you go up until 6, 8 o'clock at night. But why this damn judge, who I believe is on the take, why she said they're going to, at 3:30. It's stupid. You're giving in to the jury. It makes me mad, people. I'm sorry. But this is taking so long. They should have boxes. I saw one form up to date, not guilty. But the other charges, they should have one in there, not guilty on all charges. But no. The judge wants you to find her guilty. To me, that proves that she's on the take. That's only my opinion and my freedom of speech. Like this one lady says, Betty Sprague, SPAG. My boyfriend just asked me, why are you watching a thing? Oh, that's a pretty good, smart, good comment there, Betty Sprague, on Law and Crime. Smiles R. Neal, Law and Crime. Do we have any updates for us? Thanks.
You ready to be a New York Giant?
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
Our team's still adding people.
pieces. Still have the draft of free agency.
Saquon, let's have a conversation.
You win here, it's unlike anywhere else.
Hard Knocks. Off season with the New York Giants, streaming exclusively on Max.
Have the right stuff for you all. I'm not getting to describe people. I'm not getting the watch hours. Maybe I have to pay for that video VIDIQ or something. Maybe, and like, if you all want to donate, either way, help me out. I need a new riding mower. I ain't got the money. Tom Post Office Box 1, Charlestown, Indiana, zip code 47111. If you know anything about the Cash App, it's the $, Tom Cartwright 4375. Your help would be appreciated. But I see this one girl on YouTube. She's a drug addict. She needs help. She lost her kid. She's always asking for money to buy some more drugs. She needs help. I guess you call her, one of her YouTube channel is Kia, KIA Forte, FORGE is one of her YouTube channels. She got a bunch of. She lost custody of her kids. But I know some states the family can get an inquest warrant or something, hold her for 48 hours. I guess you can do that in all 50 states. She needs help. She's not going to get help. Every time I listen to her, I feel sorry for her, but she put herself in that state. You know, my kids is important to me, just like you kids is important to your old people. And she ain't worrying about her kids. All she's worrying about is getting high. Your kids comes first, Lisa. Now I'm talking, and the other name she goes by. I'm not talking about the smokehouse, Lisa. But people, if you go to Expert channel last night, he had a lawyer on his show. She's an expert in stuff. And she pointed out a bunch of stuff that the defense lawyer should have done for doubt. He didn't. He didn't at all point out everything of reasonable doubt. That's true, Casey. Listen to the judge message of jury instructions. Them jury instructions are so damn screwed up, people. Even a 10-year-old kid couldn't understand it, or a 13-year-old child couldn't understand it. There's a reason for it. I say the judge is on the tape, prosecutor's on the tape. That's only my opinion. Only the FBI knows about the judge and the prosecutor. Are they under investigation? We have to wait and see. You know, it is a beautiful fan. Man, it's gonna wear that fan out. That's gonna cost you taxpayers money. People, I want to say goodbye. And some of you, it's new on here. Adios. Thank you for being on the best YouTube channel. God bless you all. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. But I need help to improve my channel where I can get to more subscribers. People could do it on one video or 3 videos. They can get over 1,000 YouTubers subscribers. And I've done over 400, and it sucks. Sometimes I want to give up. There's people out there saying, Tom, don't give up. You helping a whole lot of people when you talk about women abuse. And you helping us understand how the court system works. But people, I need more subscribers. Because I'm not making any money from YouTube because I don't have 500 plus subscribers. That's how come I ask you for donations. I know you rather do it through YouTube. Until I get 500 plus, 5 to 1,000, I'm not getting a damn thing for it. If I had the subscribers, the money I would get from YouTube, maybe I could make payments on a new lawnmower under warranty instead of this piece of shit I got of Troy built. It's over 8 years old and falling to pieces. But that's okay. God, a riding lawnmower is at least $3,000. And people says, Tom, with your age and what I've seen of your property doing YouTube, you need to get the bar that goes up over your head in case you flip. Since I got some ditch lines and I get close to a creek, you need that. But it costs more. But the frame and deck is built a whole lot better. But you're looking at 10 grand plus. So I want to thank you all. I know you're tired of my bullshit. Some of them you knew, but you make your comments later or you send me an email. That's okay. But I appreciate you all what you're trying to do for me. Maybe I'm not a female. You know, maybe I get more subscribers. But I'm not a female. I'm just a senior citizen, 7 strokes, diabetes, high blood pressure, and some other problems which I haven't mentioned. But ladies, I want to make it a point at the end of this video. Leave it. Doctors at hospitals and police officers not dumb. They know you didn't run into a doorknob. If you got a black eye, how did your face get that close to a doorknob? You know, leave. Go someplace else. It's safe. Take your kids while he's at work, just like this lady in Scott County. I asked her one day, I know you heard it kill me and the kids. I believe it. I believe it, people. So I want to thank you, but I'm going to quit sharing. It's time for me to get my britches on. So I was going to wait. So I want to thank you all. You all been real good to me.